New at 10, 4 state agencies and 1 private company are hoping to receive a portion of a multi-million-dollar settlement stemming from an opioid lawsuit. Yesterday, they explained to the Opioid Oversight Committee how they plan to use that money. We31's Maddie McCaffrey spent the evening looking into where this money could go and how it can help those battling addiction.
Yeah, Dan, state leaders already allocated $10 million of the $270 million, $1.5 million for the Alabama Department of Corrections and $8.5 million for the Alabama Department of Mental Health. The Alabama Department of Mental Health wants to use the money to help communities in the state most impacted by the opioid crisis and invest in youth prevention. I spoke with a Huntsville mother of 2 who's been in recovery for 8 years and now works to help others do the same. She says the opioid crisis turned into an epidemic.
It's taking over our community. It's taken over the world, but this small community that's turned into a big city, it's taken us over. I have a lot of friends, family, and friends and family of others that I know. Every day I have a different patient come in and tell me that they've lost a friend to an addiction.
Ashley works at a recovery center in Huntsville and says opioid addiction is the worst she's ever seen. She hopes some of the opioid settlement money will go towards helping people who can't afford treatment.
I think that each clinic and each recovery center will get a certain amount of grants to each patient that can't afford the visits to help them. Because a lot of that is that too, which we've set payment plans up in place. Like I've seen the doctor take $25 payments just to help somebody get off the streets.
She says those struggling with opioid addiction find recovery hard because of the symptoms of withdrawal.
Any drug, as far as their withdrawal goes, opiate withdrawals are the worst.
Ashley encourages those nervous about recovery to take that first step.
Those people out there, I want to tell you that walking in the doors to any clinic that you choose is going to be your first step, and it will change your life. It really will.
And as for the other agencies hoping for a piece of the pie, the Alabama Department of Corrections wants to use funds to expand an existing pilot program for drug use disorder treatment. And the Bureau of Pardons and Paroles wants to use the money to help people get out of addiction, which leaders say will reduce repeat offenses. And lastly, the Alabama Department of Public Health would like to expand its addiction and recovery education efforts along with peer support programs. Reporting live in studio, Maddie McCaffrey, Wave 31 News.
Thanks, Maddie. The opioid settlement funding recommendations are expected to be shared before the next legislative session. Their next meeting is set for November 16th.